Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jake Gallen here with Emblem Vault. And today I'm going to teach you how to use Emblem Vault to store your non-ETH assets to go borrow against them on one of these DeFi NFT borrowing and lending platforms. So here we go. So this caught a lot of attention quite recently, and this is why I'm going to explain to all of you the cool things that you could do. I've been talking about this actually for quite a long time. So this right here is an ordinal punk. They're actually pretty valuable. I believe the all-time high sale is around 10 Bitcoin. So what somebody did here is they took their ordinal punk and they stored it inside of an Emblem Vault, because now the private keys exist on Ethereum, or what we like to say is the exposure exists on Ethereum. And then they went over to Arcade, which was one of the NFT borrowing and lending platforms, and they borrowed against it. And so you could see here that the principal here was 32 ETH. So the person put up their ordinal punk, and in return, they got 32 ETH. And the duration of the loan is 30 days at 1.6% interest. And so in 30 days, they must repay 32.52 ETH, or the person who gave them 32 ETH can repossess the NFT. So you can see there's a lot of nuance here, especially if you're not familiar with how borrowing and lending platforms are. But the world of this can unlock so much capital. I had a bunch of people asking me about this, so let's just dive in a little bit about what this actually means. And so just for proof, this was me actually like 2 months ago talking about how people may figure out eventually the Emblem Vault Bitcoin NFTs you could borrow and lend against it. And that's what they exactly did. So Arcade, this is the platform that happened on. This is their Twitter account, you could see. And so here we go over to the platform, right? And so you have three options: borrow, lend, loans. So if you have an NFT and you're seeking liquidity for it, then you're going to be borrowing, because you're going to be putting up your NFTs collateral. So if you go here to borrow, and we're using this specifically for Emblem Vault, you can see I have a bunch of different assets in there. You can see there's all kinds of different options here, right? I have a lot of rare Pepes in this wallet, so we could go. I even have a fake rare. I think this was by Mike 3, so we can actually go use his as an example. So right now there's really no market because this NFT exists on Counterparty. It's not even an ordinal. It is a Bitcoin NFT, but not an ordinal. And as you know, with Emblem Vault, we're integrated with about 15 different blockchains. So you could go put a Litecoin ordinal in here. You could go put some Dogecoin NFTs. You could put Bitcoin and rare Pepes inside of it. There's a lot of different options you could do. Solana, Tezos, the world is your oyster. You could even do something like taking all 30 Curio cards from ETH, go and putting them in an Emblem Vault, and then go borrowing against it. And the reason why I say that is because one full set sold for 80 ETH through Emblem Vault. So for this example, I'm going to choose this. This is actually a fake rare by Mike 3. So I believe in you, Mike. You can do a bunch of different things here. So the principle, right? This is how much I'm seeking. So if I'm putting this up, I want somebody to pay me 3,000 USDC. And then we'll say I'm going to repay 3,200 USDC. And I'm going to put it up for 4 weeks because that's a month. So the APR is 86% in an entire year. And what you're going to do down here is you could go, you hit signing terms, and then it can be out on the open market. And somebody could go and accept this, or where you see it says open to offers, somebody could come in and they can basically say your deal sucks, it's horrible, I'm going to give you a better offer. And then you can go and accept it that way. Think of it as like a WETH bid on like an OpenSea. This is me listing the asset for my contract that I would like. Somebody doesn't like that, they could go in and offer a WETH bid. That's kind of the similar thing of what's happening here. If you're going over here to lending, right, you're going to go look for assets. You're going to go take the opposite side of that. And they have an Emblem Vault section here, as you can see. So these are the ones that have terms that are set. I believe some of these are actually mine. So we go down here and you can see this Bitcoin punk, correct? And for some reason, my wallet just disconnected. Once you go down here, right, it says that this person is open to offers. So they didn't even actually put anything out. They basically just said, I'm open to hearing whatever you want. So you could go down here and you could kind of do the same thing, right? The principal is 100 USDC, or we'll do WETH here, right? So here we'll say 0.2 ETH, and I'm going to repay. I want you to repay me 0.3 ETH. So 50% in 1 week. Right? So a crazy APR. And we're going to do that just for the sake of this tutorial. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to go in and I don't even have any WETH in my wallet. Wow. How embarrassing. So you could go down here, right? And you could do anything that you want. 2,000 USDC. Gonna go in and repay 2,100 because that's favorable to me in 3 weeks. But I don't have any USDC in my wallet, so it's probably gonna say insufficient funds. So that's basically how you go in and do that. And you can go see here different loans. I don't have any loans out. I do have one on this other platform, which I'm gonna show you as well. It works very similar. There's a few different options you can do. So down here, NFTFi, they seem like they're a little bit larger. I don't know who's been around longer. And you can see right here, NFTFi. So what we're gonna do, right, 370 million loans out there. You go in, you can come open this dApp, and we could go get some loans. We could go see what they have out here for Emblem Vault. So these are, again, this is taking the borrow side, which is exactly what we just did on that side. So we get here, this is a Lizard Lounge. This is actually a Litecoin ordinal that I inscribed, 869. So very similar structure, right? WETH, DAI, USDC. You can list the collateral, and it has a bunch of different stats down here. So USDC, right? And which currency are you willing to accept the loan? I want USDC, any amount. I want 3,000 USDC for my Lizard Lounge number 6. The duration is, let's see, we'll do 1 month. Any APR. I'm trying to cheapskate these people. So I'm going to pay back 3,100 in 30 days. And that means that I'm paying 40%, right? 40% APR. So you go in, you come down here, you hit confirm, and now it's listed. And so now we sit here and we wait to see if somebody accepts it. Or if they don't like it and they say, hey, your offer sucks, we're gonna go in and we're gonna give you a different offer, right? Because you could keep going back and forth on the different terms to see who gets the best. Because if you don't repay the loan, it could be repossessed. So what some people are gonna do, which is here, maybe some alpha, some strategy. If you go and inscribe something, let's say on ordinals for $5, and then the value of it skyrockets like an ordinal punk for, let's say it's worth $100,000, right? You hit the jackpot. You can basically say, you know, I'm up big no matter where I go. I'll go here and I'll go put terms out and I want to borrow against it $40,000 because I'm still up, you know, 120,000% or whatever that crazy number is. Somebody will come in and say, hey, that's listed 60% under what the floor price is. I'll gladly take those terms. And once I get that 30, 40,000 USDC, I can basically just say, hey, screw the loan. I'll take my 40,000, then that person gets the asset. So people can go and find different leveraged ways to go extract value. So there's a lot of opportunities that exist here, especially once you start taking things in less liquid markets like Litecoin, Doginals, whatever else is in there, Solana, Tezos, some of these other platforms and NFT blockchains that don't have as much liquidity. This is where some real opportunity lies. And so same thing here. If I don't want to be a borrower, I could be a loan person. See, there's my offer. We could come down here and we'll find Emblem Vault and let's see what they have down here. Looks like there's a lot more listings here. We got some Bitcoin apes. So we got a Taproot punk. I think that's mine actually. We got some Pepes. Ooh, we got a zombie punk out down here. And we got some Age of Chains and some rare Pepes. So we're going down here to the zombie and let's take a look at what they're asking. So they just have an offer out. So they're basically, the loan must be in WETH. They want any amount over 14 days, any APR. So you can come down here, make an offer. Again, remember, I don't have anything in my wallet, so this is just for fun. I believe the last zombie punk sold for like 7 ETH. So you're saying maybe like 10,000. So I could come down here and say, hey, I'll give you $4,000. Because this person probably, if they inscribed it, they probably inscribed it for like $10, right? Or $20 at the time. So they're probably up really big. Set the loan duration. We come down here and we'll say 90 days, right? 90 days, the APR at 4,000. I'm going to pay them back 5,000, right? So 100% APR. And the offer expires in 7 days. So you could come down here and make the offer, although I don't have any WETH. So you come down here, click, and then you wait for them to come in and accept the offer or not. And this right here, both of these platforms, they have both positives and negatives. So I'm not going to comment on any of them specifically, but I will comment and say that the largest loan today is on Arcade. It seems like a lot of traders prefer Arcade. A lot of cool options that can happen. And some of these platforms even have their own like vaulting strategy. Let me see if I could find this for you guys. See right here, so they have vaults, which is very similar to Emblem Vault, right? And so these vaults are multi-collateral vaults where people can put other things in this vault and they create some sort of wrap. I don't know exactly how it works, but they're very similar to Emblem Vault, but I believe that part of it is done off chain to be able to make that happen. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I think the land is really anybody's oyster out here, man. If whether you're Arcade or NFTFi, you could go in. Let's take your Nakamoto card. We'll end it with one final example. Go take your Nakamoto card. You hold this rare Pepe. The floor is 100 ETH at this time. But let's say maybe you got in early 3 years ago and you bought it for 100 XCP at the time, right? So you got it for like $2,000 or something. And you're going to say, hey, you know, I'll take 40, 50% LTV, loan to value, which means that the value is 100 ETH. I'll put it up for 40 ETH and I need the money because I need to go pay my bills. So you go take that 40 ETH, you go and sell it on the open market. Now you're liquid like 60 grand. You could go pay your bills, go buy a car, whatever you do. Or maybe you go trade options. I don't know, whatever you got weird yield farmers do or leverage traders. That's generally the speculative nature of it, but you can do anything you want with that money once it's in your pocket. So I think once these platforms improve, there's going to be a lot more options that are out there. And with Emblem Vault, as we continue to upgrade into curated collections, then soon you'll be able to see on these different platforms like Arcade, when you go down there and you want to lend, it'll say Rare Pepes or Spells of Genesis or Ordinal Punks. It won't just be Emblem Vault. It'll be every individual collection will have their own collection page. So you can have a more liquid and efficient market. But right now it's not really efficient. So that's where the opportunity lies. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. There's a lot more coming. Look for curated collections. These borrowing and lending platforms are here just beginning. We're early, as we all say, and we'll see you guys next time.